Okay, what's going on, everybody? I learned that from somebody else. So something that I figured out is I'm going to incorporate not only my own ideas, but other people's ideas, and then bring them all together, and then kind of get a format. And I'm always going to give them credit. So all the links to all the people that I've learned all this stuff from is going to go below. And I want to show you that not only can you use all of this amazing information, but then you can systematically make it to where your goals are. Let's say you have a dream, turn the dream into select goals, weeks, months, years, and then do them. Okay, so I want you to say hi to Sally. Okay, this is Sally. This is my little plant. There's a little baby one coming off of it. A spiritual trinity, what's going on? So just gave you a little snippet of what's going on. All right, so what's really gonna dive into. Oh wow. Okay, I'm totally out of this, so we're just gonna keep going, keep rolling with it. Okay, so I'm gonna get reused to this. So what I did was I realized that I'm going to become somewhat of a robot. But enjoy the whole process. You know what I mean? Because I can do a little bit of this, a little bit of that, do a bunch of different impersonations and enjoy what I'm actually doing, right? And, but at the same time, have a routine, right? So it's kind of like having habits. I think, what's his face calls it rituals. Tony Robbins says it's rituals. So again, you're taking all this different information and then you're systematically putting it all together and then making it so it fits your life. And then, pretty much what everyone else does. So, but I just want to show you kind of where I'm at. So I got this. What's up? My name's Colin, but Spiritual Trinity will do. Okay, so I got this. This is a list of my morning routine. This is what I'm going to quote unquote program myself to have. I'm going to stand up straight here. So what it's going to allow is for an individual to be able to, even if they're tired, on autopilot, whatever you want to call it, when they get up, if you do this, as long as you do the routine, you'll be set because it'll get you started. It'll get you some momentum because I found out that you need some momentum. So for me, anyway, I'll describe it and I'll put them all right here for you. So the first one we got is wake up. All right, so immediately get out of bed. There's a person that does 1, 2, 3. What I do is I have a very old. I'll have a picture on the screen now. And this is a very old, because I kind of like a little old, a little bit of new, it's like a cassette player and it's a radio. But what this does is it turns on the radio. So I blast the radio and it like wakes me up, like jolts me out. There is also an app called Sleep is Android that you could use. So we'll put that up for wake up as well. And the second one we have is water. So drink a gallon of water and then I'll put up mine, which is yellow here. So pretty much what that is I just got a bunch of 1-gallon wine bottles and for other purposes, I tried to share it with my fellow friends because I can't fully drink a gallon of wine myself. To be completely honest, it's, way too much. But I'm also guilty. I dumped it in the sink because I wasn't going to drink it because I don't really drink that much, if ever, right? And then what I also do is that, so I wake up, I have the water, right? And then I also start my coffee. Now, coffee is 3 times a week for me personally. I do Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And I feel like it does a really good job of flushing stuff out. I know that other days I'd rather not have that just because I want to make sure that my body can re-regulate the caffeine content, even though it doesn't really affect me that much. I think it's more of a digestive enhancer. Then the next one we got is obviously shower. So as I'm making the coffee Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I'll go shower. And then I go eat. So, vary between eggs, fruit, toast and eggs, bacon, things of that nature. Something that's a little lighter. I know that, I've heard that you're not supposed to eat meat and things of that nature. I'm not personally entirely sure what's like really going on with that. So for me, I don't really notice a big difference. And then again, I'm not eating a steak every day. So it is something that I'm willing to try, and I'm probably going to go on a challenge for it because I do have a couple friends that are in massage therapy. Shout out to you guys. That they went vegan, and I don't know. They seem to. I don't know. They seem to like it, so I think I might try it. The only thing I have is like protein, but I know there's like tofu and nuts and all this different kind of stuff and like protein powder that you could have. So it's definitely viable. I just haven't done it personally myself for that long, and I want to do it for a long enough time where if I start really using my body and my muscles, and then they start to become fatigued, and see what the difference is between meat and vegetarian stuff. So after I eat, I immediately journal. I write everything down that I'm grateful for, and what it does is it pre-programs the brain, and then because you're as you're writing it, you're also thinking it, and then you go for a jog. And then for me personally, I either run, I jog, or I walk. I only walk if I'm extremely sore or if I worked out my legs or my arms a lot, because I don't want to overwork them. I know I said in a different video that you can actually keep pushing that, and you can, but where I was at the time when I had to take the walk, I think there is actually a limit, because you're gonna start like limping. So yeah, it is crazy. And then once I'm done running, I got the oxygen flowing. I have, if I want to do meridians, all the meridians are opened up. I'm feeling the pump of the heart a lot more. I'm a little more clear. Then I write down my goals for the day, and that's for my entire day. And I'm going to show you this. So I have week at a glance and this. Now these two I got from a website. I'm sorry, I don't know what the website is. I'm gonna have to figure it out and let you know. Again, links in the bottom below. And what I'm also gonna do is, here we go. It says get the whole kit at bit.ly. This is gonna be like put right here for you so you can see it nice and big. Bit.ly at lifebender or /lifebender. And then again, all this stuff is going to be in the description below, so you can use it yourself, because I don't mind. I want to share. I want to help you guys, so I'm going to give away. It's all free content, man. And then I'm going to systematically make my own one of these charts and one of these, and a morning routine thing that you can fill out that you can actually change, and then be selective. I got a bunch of different ideas for that, and we'll see how that goes from there. And yeah, and then after that, so once I write down all my goals for the day, and I also have a calendar. Here, I'll pick this up really quick to show you. I also got my calendar, and it's right next to my computer. So when I sit down and I do homework, or I'm researching stuff, or I'm just, dicking around with a video game, Cyberpunk 2077, although my graphics card is kind of garbage. So it's not a fun time, but it's like stuttering as you turn. Yeah. New games. So then the next one is the next one is start, right? So you gotta push through resistance and complete your goals. So what I find myself doing is, I'm gonna need to figure out where I put it. Now you understand what's going on. It's right there. What would happen is I'll say, oh yeah, I'm gonna go do that. And then as I'm doing it, my brain will go, wait a minute, and it's like a distraction. And then I'll go do that other task instead, right? So I could be going to go do the dishes, or I could be going to go for a jog. And it's like, oh, wait a minute, I have to clean this first. And then I totally get sidetracked. So when I start, I am training myself to finish. There is a part of discipline, but I think it gets to a certain point systematically in the brain that'll actually really format and change the life. I've also been doing everything in the morning instead of the nighttime, because I realized that if I stopped procrastinating, even though I still procrastinate, I'm guilty of that for sure, that if I actually do a little better with starting in the morning, what's going to happen is, and not only do I have more time for the rest of the day to do it, but I'm going to show as well that eventually I'm going to get to the point where the things I was supposed to do today happened 4 days ago, and now I'm ahead. And so let's say I get hiccups and stuff, I got a couple days of buffer to get back to where I need to be, right? And then the next one I have is for the middle of the day. So if applicable, so let's say if I'm working, or I'm really focused on a project, or I'm in the flow state, man. I'll meditate, I'll make sure to drink some water, maybe put a little bit of salt in it if it's not from a well or that has that type of stuff. I've heard iodine's really good, but again, don't take my word for it. Please do the research yourself. Think about it. And then the next one's continue. So after the middle of the day, I continue. I go back to my goals, and I try to smash them goals. I see everybody going, smash your goals, do all this stuff, blah, 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 blah. Just focus on something and keep going. And then you're going to notice there's distractions. So again, it's awareness. What is the ego, or your awareness, or what you're focusing on? What is it really focusing on? What is it really trying to persuade you to do, right? Because technically speaking, it's actually your identity of self that is afraid that when you do something that you're going to become a better version of yourself, and it wants to protect because there's pain in that, right? So then that's where pain comes in. The jogging in the morning, it helps systematically put it in your brain. And then the last one is night. So I don't have a nighttime routine yet. I will get one done. But for now, I have light my candle. Thank you to my neighbor for giving this to me. It is almost Christmas time. And then I check my calendar, make sure that, you know, if I have anything super early in the morning, that I get ready for it, and I go to bed early. And then what I also do is I review for the next day, right? So I'm going to grab this sheet again for you guys. So I grab this sheet, and then I look at it, and then it has got a bunch of stuff on here for it, but I'll just give you a couple of mine. So I'm reading a book right now, and it's You Are a Badass. I just decided, you know, my parents got me this book. I figured I might as well read it, you know what I mean? They love me, they want to support me, and I've been reading a lot more spiritual books, but I figured I got a bunch of old ones, so I might as well just go through them all and see if there's anything that I can get out of this stuff, because I like reading the information and then writing it down. That's a hint right there. Okay, so we got yoga, breath work, obviously YouTube, and focus and finish the task on the idea that as it comes, as I said before. And then you got, and then on the top goals of the week would be making sure my morning routine, I like do it non-stop, regardless of if, you know, I'm feeling weird about it or not. Obviously, clean up a little bit. I just had to trim or paint. I'm sorry, if anyone's actually a painter, let me know what this, when you paint the edge of this is. I think it's trim in. So when you trim in the line, I just did that. I was going to caulk it, but this side's actually pretty nice, so I'm not going to change it yet. And then, oh, I got a really good, wow, I got so much stuff to tell you guys. But we can't fit it all in this video, unfortunately, so I'm going to have to put it in the next one for tomorrow. However, I will give you a little sneak peek before we go. So that's what I've been up to. This is what I've been doing. I briefly lost myself for like really bad for a certain like amount of time. I want to say like maybe 2 weeks. And again, I think it's like a up and down cycle where it's like I do a little better, then whomp, and then I go back up again, then whomp. But the whomp doesn't go down, you know, it's the whomp. It doesn't go down too far. All right, so if you see, I got a white wall here, right? And if you look, all the other walls are painted, right? So why is this one white? Well, what I'm going to be doing is I have a special plan for that. But we're going to leave it at that. Thank you all. Not the Illuminati, but I'm going to do Spiritual Trinity. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to have like a little triangle thing, and then, you know, it's going to have the top, you know, the three, and then a galaxy symbol. We'll figure it out. I'm sure Colin in the future will do a great job at editing this for me, so thank you very much. So, yeah, we'll do No, I'm just kidding. Peace. Thank you guys. I love you guys, and I will talk to you in the next one.